Hello YouTube, I hope everybody's doing great. Today I want to show you some old and some new items from my gadgets. Let's start with the old. This is my retro clock that uses Hewlett-Packard LED displays, and it has alarm and whatnot, and I made many videos about it. I just wanted to show it to you here again. So if you're interested in it, I will put a link in the description where you can see the main video about this. And if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments and I will answer you. And this is just another board that I had, and it's currently running the matrix animation. I actually use this board for the altimeter that I make for RC planes or for light aircraft. It's not to be designed as to be used as a main instrument. It's more or less a toy. And I did update my attitude indicator. It now has a heading band on the top, and I did optimize the code, and it's now much more what's the word I'm looking for, sensitive, faster to update. So if you're interested in this, these are very limited because it's very hard to find the accelerometer chip that this one uses. So if you're interested, hurry up and get in touch with me. And I'm leaving this to the end because that's the latest I built. Just finished it yesterday. I am into 1/64 scale model cars, as you can see here as well, that I did upgrade the wheels on this one and on this one as well. Plus I built a underground light effect. It uses a magnetic connector, and actually I will make another video about this, a longer one, because these wheels are special in that they have, maybe you can see it, they have brake pads and they have bearings. Let's see if I can, well, now actually this little guy would come in handy, but I'm doing this mid-air, and you can see and you can slightly hear it. They have actual bearings in these wheels. So anyway, that is that. And now the star of this video is this little guy. This one uses a 64 RGB LED light matrix that you can see here. Actually, Waveshare did design this, and I will put a link in the description where you can get it from AliExpress or from their website. And I had it for a long time running fire animation code, and then I was looking for some items to take pictures and whatnot, like electronic suction cups and whatnot, and found those, obviously, the lights that you can use for photography, and they run around $50 more or less. There are cheaper ones, more expensive ones, and I figured, why not make one myself? And this is it. It turns on with a touch of a button, and this is red, and then you can flip the cube for different colors. Obviously it's now oversaturated. Let me see if I can, I didn't think it's gonna be that right. Looking for some paper, but I cannot find any clear paper. Oh, here's a paper. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah. So once you can flip it and it changes color. Obviously through the paper you cannot really see it. It has 12 different colors. This is really bright. I have to maybe make another video of it. And you can turn it on its back and then you get white color, which by turning the cube you can change between 1000 Kelvin and 10,000 Kelvin. So you can make it warm white or cold white up into almost blue. And when you want to turn it off, you stick it upside down. Within 3 seconds it turns off. And it uses a charging board like this with a Type-C connector. That's in the back actually, you can see it. And to turn it did turn on because it noticed the table. Let me turn it off again. Goes into deep sleep, like I said, and touching this turns it back on. And I also have an animation, my obligatory police light animation that I put on everything that has LEDs on it, and it has a rainbow color effect, which you can see better here. And I will use this light to take pictures or videos of small items like that. You can see it's bright enough. This is actually not the full brightness. It's I think 70% brightness if I remember correctly. And I want to find a way to adjust brightness as well. Right now I didn't have the right idea yet how I'm gonna do it. But this is my what I call the smallest, cutest LED cube. That changes colors upon flipping the cube. As I said, turning it on its back, you get white light. From warm to cold light. This is really, I have to doesn't do anything. Anyway, these are the prints, and I used translucent for the diffuser. In this one there's a thicker diffuser in there, 2 millimeters. This is only 1.2 millimeters I think. And you just snap them together like so. This also similar to my OLED clock that I had, the clock with the OLED display in a 3D printed transparent case like this, which had 4 LEDs in 4 corners for the alarm. And anyway, if you're interested in this one, I will share the code and I will share the 3D print files. And I would appreciate if you wanna build this, if you use my affiliate links or maybe buy me a cup of coffee. And anyway, this is really, really cute. I wonder if my cats would like to play with this. You can't really destroy it because there's no, I mean, turn it off. There is no display on it. It's just a LED matrix with a 2 millimeter defroster on it. You could technically also use your own filters if you want to filter really precise light wavelength of light, and you could do that. I did touch the sensor here. Obviously this is something now I can hear, oh, it doesn't have an on-off switch. Obviously it would be easier if it just had an on-off switch like that, but it slightly produces from the case, so you can turn it back off and on, obviously. And let me show you the startup of this again. Oh, this also, you have a calibration mode. If you turn it on and have it laying on its back, it goes into calibration mode. But I will show that in another video. Back to this Amazon. Oh yes, I didn't want anything producing out of this. So if you have this in your pocket, it would most likely turn on, and you would wonder if people look at your pocket because it's flashing and blinking and whatnot. This would be also a cute night light or mood light. You could of course code it for different light colors, different animations, different whatever you want to. And anyway, I like it. Obviously, due to its size, it has only a certain amount of capacity for the battery. This one will run around an hour depending on which light you have. And I used the battery that I had on hand. Actually took it off of something else. It has 150 milliamp battery, but there's more room in here to use a larger capacity battery. But if you're taking pictures or making a video of small items like that, you are not taking longer than 1 hour to make the video. And if you wanna adjust it in between shots, just turn it off and then turn it on by touching the sensor. It goes into, I think I mentioned, it goes into deep sleep. So the battery, when it's not on, will last quite long. And the sensor, let me show you the sensor real quick. Here we go, did find it fast. This is the sensor board I'm using. And the only thing that the board on Waveshare does not have is a LiPo charging circuit on it, and no way of turning it on and off. So that's why I used a very inexpensive charging board and the sensor. I will put links to these as well, but they cost only like $1 or even less sometimes if you buy more of them. And obviously I buy more of those sensors and use them in other places as well. But I really like this little guy. So now I have a really good use for this matrix board. I'm sorry about the colors all being washed out. I didn't think it's gonna be this bright on the camera. You can kind of see the color reflecting in my hand. And you can obviously, the code does not have OTA. On this code I finally used OTA, so I can upload the code wirelessly. On this one I didn't use it wirelessly, but I will update the code to that later on. I thought about also creating an app for phone, but that would be really overkill for a small thing like that. And even the more expensive color cubes don't have a phone app. They just have two knobs on the back to change between mode and adjust brightness. And here you change the mode by flipping it. Oh, obviously this board has a gyro in it, an accelerometer sensor that makes this possible. And it's really, I don't know, I didn't see many uses for the accelerometer on this board, but I think having a light, video light or picture light or effect light is really nice. and obviously you would take pictures of this in a more dimmed environment because you have the underground light, which also shines into the car because the inside of the car had openings, so it has ambient light and underground light. So anyway, this was it. Thank you for watching if you're still there. Want to say hi to Adam and Pete. Those are my biggest supporters and they watch every video of mine. At least I know Adam does. And thank you, Adam, for all your support. And I see you on the next video. If you like, if you don't want to miss any videos, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you get notified. This is also clock that I built, NTP clock, and with Nixie tubes it sets itself the time by itself via wireless, of course. There you go. Anyway, thanks for watching and take care, everybody.